4 things you need to know before you buy your first investment property and start playing a real life game of Monopoly. This is Curbside with Crystal. So you're going to enter the world of real estate investment. Good for you. If you know me, you know I'm a huge fan. Here are a few pointers to get you started and things that you might want to think about. So number 1, interest rates. Typically speaking, the interest rate you're going to pay on an investment property is going to be higher than what you're going to pay on your principal residence. So consult with your mortgage broker or your mortgage agent and have these conversations. Let them know what you're doing, what you're thinking, so you can work out a budget. A difference in interest rate could make or break the profitability of your property. Number 2, location. Location. Make sure the property that you're buying is in a good area where people want to buy. And God forbid, and very rarely, if there is a downturn in the market, in the real estate market, you want to be somewhere there are going to be lots of tenants looking for properties. So perhaps this is near a factory, a hospital, or different areas where there are a lot of jobs available. Number 3, utilities. You want to pay very close attention to how the utilities are set up. If you're looking at a duplex or a triplex, how many furnaces are there? How many hot water tanks are there? Who's paying those utilities? If you're paying the utilities as the landlord, as the property owner, your profitability is going to change. So you need to pay attention to who's paying the utilities and look at those numbers and make sure they continue to work. Number 4, down payment. So typically when we purchase our homes, our principal residence, you can get away in Ontario with 5% down typically. So when you're looking at investment properties, that number changes. In normal situations, lenders are looking for 20% down. So you need to be aware that you need a bigger chunk of change to buy that investment property. And if you don't have that money sitting around, and let's face it, most people don't, there are different ways to get it. Maybe you leverage your principal property, your principal residence, or look at other ways to get it. So that's a conversation I'd be thrilled to have with you, or you can touch base with your mortgage broker again. And here's a couple bonus tips as well. Look at sleeper properties. So any property that's been on the market for a little longer than normal, which in Durham region right now is about a week. So perhaps these properties have lower than normal or lower market rents. Or maybe there's, some small issues with them that are not attractive to most investors. These could be huge opportunities. Tenants typically are not going to stay in properties for 20, 30 years, so they're eventually going to leave and you're going to be able to increase those rents to market rents. And bonus tip number 2, and this is likely the most important thing when you're looking at an investment property, get to know the Residential Tenancies Act. This differs by area, by province. So in Ontario, get to know that act. It is your Bible. You need to know your rights and your responsibilities as a landlord and the rights and responsibilities as the tenant as well. Be informed. The best thing you can do for yourself and your investments is inform yourself of what you're allowed to do, what you're not allowed to do, and the flip side of that for the tenant. So I know this was a lot to digest, and if you have any other questions, don't hesitate to give me a call. Again, you know I'm a huge fan of investment properties. It is a great way to build wealth for yourself as well as your children. And as always, if you have any questions about the real estate market, are thinking about buying or selling, or all things real estate, just call Crystal. Once again, it's Crystal Powell, real estate broker with RE/MAX Jazz in the Durham region and Quinte West, and I'd love to chat. Talk to you soon.